Okay, greetings everybody. Welcome to the course. Welcome to the introduction. Welcome to the explanation. So, right, as I said in the beginning, my name is Jack and I am very invested in helping you get the skills that they said were tough to get. Get the skills that you may have thought are difficult to get. Get the skills that you might have thought you need to pay a lot of money to get in the cloud. So now we are looking at AI Foundry. AI Foundry is a concept, right, that is in Azure cloud and all the other cloud platforms, but in this particular case, we are focusing in the Azure cloud. Now, breaking it down so that it doesn't sound like it's something that is complex when it's really simple. AI Foundry are just solutions, right, that Azure has provided, things like bot services, things like AI Search, right, and the like, and the like, and the like. But I would like to break down the AI Search, right, which is exactly what we are going to look at. So the AI Search is a service we find in Azure. And if you look at my screen, you're looking at this is a OneNote file. What? A OneNote file. Okay. So OneNote is an application from Microsoft 365. For those that doesn't know, again, it's not a complex thing. It's just a tool that we're going to use throughout the course to see the steps, because I do believe that you should see the steps as much as you see the video, right? So that you can learn. Cool. Now, why do I say this is not complex? Well, it is not complex because now we got ChatGPT at our hands. Why? Because we have Copilot at our hands. Why? Because we have all of these tools that takes away the requirement for us to act as the calculator. Is that clear? We're no longer required to be the calculator. We are now required to use the calculator to do better mathematics. Okay, so instead of me worrying about what 15,000 times 25 is, I use my calculator. Okay, so you don't need to hate the calculator and say, "Oh, the calculator is going to replace my job." Now, the calculator is going to enhance your job, make you better at your job, and make you able to do the job that you somehow were not able to do before. Okay, so this introduction video, I'm going to make it a little bit long so that we really understand and grasp the concept and grasp my idea of doing jobs in the cloud as it stands now. Okay, you are not required to do the calculator job anymore. Cool. Sidetracking. Now, AI Foundry, like I said, is a group of services that the cloud has introduced. But in our case, we're going to focus on the Azure AI Search, which is a cloud service. What does it do? It lets you quickly find information inside large collections of documents, databases, and files using a concept called indexing. Okay, now that sounds like a lot, right? And AI to make text, PDFs, long searchable with simple keywords in natural language. Okay, that sounds like a lot, but what does that mean? Now, if you have used ChatGPT, you definitely know what that means. Okay, so it's basically searching through documents in our case. So imagine you have a company. So in this particular case, let me paint the picture. In this particular case, this company is called Project Advance, the simulated company. Okay, it's called Project Advance. They have a lot of pay slips. They have thousands and thousands of employees. They have a lot of documents. They have a history of documents, maybe over the past 20 years of documents that they would like their team to use and quickly access to do their job now. Okay, that's the situation. Now, how do they access this document? Well, some of the documents is installed in people's emails. Okay, so some of the documents is stored in databases, right? Some of the documents is stored in file shares, right? In hard drives. It's all over the place. So if I need a document, a payslip about some guy that was there last decade, I need to call this guy and ask if it's in his hard drive. I need to call this other dude and search through email. So that's not very efficient. Okay, this is why it's a high level solution. Now, finance. So if you look at at my this is called a cookbook. right? This Word file and files that will come after it is called a cookbook. A cookbook is basically a cookbook, right? It gives you the steps, click by click, with explanations of the click so that you get to understand what you're doing, right? Okay, cool. Now, what is going on in the diagram? The diagram is showing people here. So, finance, pay slips and salary records. Compliance, check policy documents. Developers, find errors in audit logs. Azure, find error in audit logs. Executives, look up contracts and audit logs. This is to do with documents. This is what these people need in the company to be able to do their job efficiently. So the task here, my friends, the task here is that you have been tasked to develop a solution using the AI search that we find in Azure Cloud. Right? You've been what? You've been tasked to do what? To create a solution using AI search that's going to allow all of these people we see to search through documents such that such that people do not have to go all over the places to find information. So I just say John payslip from 1924, and then the payslip comes up. Okay, 1924 was a little bit funny, right? But you get the idea, right? So, or I just say, can you bring me up the contract that happened in 2007 between this company when we acquired this company, and boom, the contract is available. Isn't that what ChatGPT do? Instead of ChatGPT having to look through all of the information in the world, this one is just looking for the company. So now this is a solution that companies want. Why? Because it's private. It's for them. They don't have to share the document on the internet. So they would like to pay you a lot of money to be able to do this particular thing. So we're not doing anything here. We're just explaining, because there's no point for you to click without understanding what you're doing. Cool. Now, what are the things that's going on here? Example, imagine asking a super smart librarian. So the concept that we used here to break this down into smaller chunks, into pieces that we can understand. Again, this is to really look at something that they call complex and break it down to the simple terms that it is. So we've used the library. I understand a lot of people understand what a library is. So imagine asking a super smart librarian, where is John's August payslip? Instead of opening every folder, the librarian instantly hands you the right paper. Instantly. Do what? He hands you the right paper. That's exactly what Azure AI Search does for a company documents. Cool. What is the next thing? For finding payslips and salary records, the finance team at Project Advances thousands of PDF payslips stored in traditional file shares, just what I was explaining. Every time an employee asks, where is my August payslip? HRI has to dig through endless folders, hours sometimes, if the file's a little more, right? Now you need hours. So it's like searching for one piece of paper in a warehouse full of boxes, not very efficient. Okay, so with AI Search, they just type John payslip, August 2024, and boom, the right PDF appears instantly. So what does it do? So it saves hours for manual searching. It makes the payroll audits faster, right? Whereas my payslip headaches for HR goes away. So compliance is the same thing. Okay, these are problems that the company has, and you have been powered, my friend, to create a solution that will resolve this problem for the company. So it says the compliance team needs to confirm if the policies meet UK FCA or India RBI regulations. Normally, they would open each PDF manually, scrolling line by line to find one rule. It takes days, mistakes, big fines. Right? Cool. So what is the AI search going to do? They type RBI policy on reimbursements, and the search engine highlights the exact section of the document. So not just finding the document, but finding the exact section in the document. Sometimes you don't even need to open the document. It just opens the sections. Okay? Easy peasy. Cool. What is the next problem? Number 3, executives looking at reports. So executives need contracts, invoices, or audit logs when regulators ask questions. Instead of waiting for IT to dig them up, so I'm going to bring these things to you next week. Oh, yes, sir, I will do it in 3 days, or you have it 2 days. They're going to get it right now without any human intent right now. So why with AI search they type contracts Nigeria 2023 and instantly see all related files. Executives get answers on demand, improves regulator confidence. This is the solution you've been hired to design. Cool. What is the next thing? Step number 4. Developers and support teams. What is the problem? A developer is troubleshooting an API bug. Logs are stored in huge JSON files, impossible to scroll line by line, debugging text forever, right? So what is the solution? They just type error 500 reporting API at August 29, and boom, what happens? Faster debugging. Easier collaboration between different compliance teams, less downtime, more productivity. My friend, you've been hired to develop the solution that helps developers do this. Using what? Using AI Search. In what? In Azure Cloud. Step number 5, secure access from public to private. This is what the company cares for. At first, the company wants quick results, so documents are available through public endpoints, fast but not fully secure. But as the system grows, security becomes critical, right? So now they don't want this to be publicly accessible. So why does it matter to the company? Finance teams know. So you can go ahead and read most of the things, but it's now a repetition to me to repeat it. But you get the idea. So this is what you've been hired to do. So this is what explains the problem. This is what you are going to do. In the next video, we're gonna talk about the skills that maps the skills that you're gonna have after you do this project. All right, the skills that you're gonna get that you can demonstrate to future employers, demonstrate to future clients, demonstrate to wherever you want to go with this, that you can do the job. Right. So that's what we're gonna check in the next video. So thank you for watching this one. Easy peasy.